Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Al Stock Trades. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. So I wanted to just kind of hop on here and wish you guys a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed the video I put out with AOC and Elon here, and I hope that brought you some laughs. In this video, I wanted to kind of preface a message to all of the retail investors in our community and beyond. Okay. So for far too long, there's been a lot of market manipulation within CNBC. And we are going to see a lot of market manipulation happen in the next 6 to 12 months because, again, it's money. And when money is involved, it corrupts the human mind, right? If you put money in front of someone, they would literally make someone go broke and homeless, and they won't even bat an eye because they'll have distractions of material possessions around them. So I'm telling you how dirty Wall Street is. And in this video, I hope I can save you guys a crazy mistake. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's open up this video. And I want us to basically literally focus in our attention on Short Hills Capital, Mr. Steve West. Now, just let me preface this. CNBC, during market booming cycles in a bull market, they basically bring on a lot of these people, talking heads, and they say, this is a great stock. This is a great stock. When in reality, they buy the stock at a lower end and they basically wait for the CNBC to pump the market. And that's exactly what happens. I did day trading, momentum trading, swing. I did it all. That's why I was able to establish a platform. It's a one-stop shop because I know what works and I know what doesn't work. Okay. And what I found is that there's a lot of traders that basically wait on the sidelines to essentially pump that stock up and trade it off of the mention on CNBC. And the people that host CNBC, if you look at their trading algorithms, if you look at their personal trades, you will see that they basically do insider TV trading. It's not technically insider, but they basically take advantage of the control they have on the market. And I just wanted to give you guys this in an example. There was a talking head that talked about Jumia back in the day. I tried to search through the videos and I wasn't able to find the old video when they were pumping it because guess what? They removed these videos. They market manipulate this and they remove the videos. And what's interesting here, I was able to find a video side linked that wasn't part of CNBC that they still kept that video. And I want us to basically show you the manipulation at hand. You guys know it exists, but it's a different story when you see it in front of your eyes. Let's go ahead and get started here. Let's put up this video right now. Okay, let's get it started here. Let me know if you hear it. I'm gonna put it up at a high speed so we can get through it.
Wow, I mean, it's been a tough year for sure. And I think, the word pain, the Federal Reserve's preferred noun, has really been most acutely felt, Scott, with the most conservative investors. Because as of now, you have the Barclays Ag, which is a Treasury and investment grade index, down close to 14%. A 60-40 portfolio is down 20%, which has actually only been eclipsed by 1931 in the Depression. And so this is where we are today, where equities have not done well. But really, to me, this has been a story about the bond market, really giving conservative investors a 1-2 punch. I think, unfortunately, this next couple of weeks is going to be dicey. The Cleveland Fed, who puts out CPI forecasts.
Okay, let's go ahead and let's basically analyze just the 47 seconds that this lady basically spewed out. It was a bunch of negative bullshit, and it's just straight, unequivocal, unanalyzed, just fear-mongering, excuse my language, but just complete garbage and just complete shit, okay? And I'm saying this is Thanksgiving, so this is Al Stock Trades, on the edge, okay? So, this is just complete garbage, what she's saying. She's just spewing out lava crap, okay? And unfortunately, that's what they want to spill out. They want to spill this gigantic form of lava crap because they want retail to capitulate. And the beautiful part about this is that in some aspects, retail has capitulated. If you look at the SPACs environment, retail capitulated on their knees. Just look at Clover, a stock that has phenomenal tailwinds ahead of themselves to basically push them into literally 10,000 Americans turning 65 years of age. It has literally gotten down on its knees. And now what they want is they want Apple, Microsoft, and all these other stocks to go down on their knees as well. And they want retail to capitulate. We can pull up a diagram that shows this stock market investor emotion, but let's continue on with this lava crap.
They came out earlier this week and they showed that October CPI month over month will be up 0.3. which if you look what that means to a year over year, Scott, that's going to give us an 8.2% if that number comes to fruition. So I think for investors, you have to stay defensive, ride this out, because it's really, I think, going to continue to be a tough market.
I got to bring this note to your attention because, anytime JP Morgan's Marco Kolanovic publishes, and he often publishes during our hour.
So let's go ahead and let's just fast forward. Now that we heard her lava, now let's go ahead and let's talk to this market manipulator here. I don't trust this guy one bit. I don't like him. I don't trust him. I would love to hear him out because that's what we do as Americans. But I don't like this individual one bit, and maybe he might be able to change my opinion over him. But overall, I don't like him at all. So, and I'll explain why. All right, so let's go ahead and let's hear what this guy has to say.
Standing, throwing in the towel?
No, not at all. I mean, it's somewhat encouraging to see, but sometimes markets are easy and sometimes they're difficult. The only time they're really easy is if you go back to when the Fed started easing after the housing crisis, and Tepper came on and said, hey.
And this is what they do. They basically say something truthful, and then they start coding it with crap. It's almost like a beautiful essay they teach you in English 101. Basically, when you write an essay, you have a topic sentence, a concrete detail, commentary, concrete detail, commentary. Concrete details are essentially a fact, and then your commentary basically adds on, and it can be the most spluest lava of crap. But it's okay. You have one fact, okay? Don't get manipulated with that. That's how people manipulate.
Go with the Fed, the market's going to explode because he focused on the Fed. So the market, and it's more difficult now, granted, given what we've had, but the Fed's come out and said, hey, we're going to keep going. They said it today, they said it yesterday. So you can look for tea leaves, you look for signs, you can look at the length of women's skirts, is it a buy signal? All that's pablum. It means nothing. The only thing that means something is that there is no playbook for the economy where we are, because we've never had a Fed that is so intent on cutting back on their balance sheet, on raising rates. That's all you have to know. And the pain has not been expressed yet by corporations, except Nike today. So people come on saying, buy the dip. Well, Nike was down from its peak in last November at 180 to 100 before today. It's down another 10% today. Why? Because the consumer's weak and because costs are up and they're getting squeezed. So that's going to keep happening. So you can't buy the dip.
So he says right there, you can't buy the dip. You can't buy the dip. So why does Warren Buffett buying? Why is Warren Buffett buying the dip?
Happening. So you can't buy the dip. The only thing you got to worry about right now is when is the turn going to happen? And you'd be so much better off waiting for that turn to occur, missing the 10%. And that may be a year from now. But the only thing that's changed in my thinking is I've got my AirPod in my right ear instead of my left usually, but I'm sticking that short for now.
And they're literally lying to the American people. And just, I want you to see the guy in top of him laugh.
Let's
Look at this guy.
Let's say this twice, okay?
Look at this guy on top of him. He's just laughing. So look at all these people laughing. It's just like a spew of lava crap to the American people. Literally, they get taxed the highest. They pay their fair share of taxes, and they always get the short end of the stick. And this is what happens. And it's sadly the American people and retail investors giving these channels views so they can spew out more lava crap.
Okay, you've been negative for longer than most. I totally get it. But you didn't really address the issues in the Kolanovic note, which I asked you about. And
yeah, at least this guy's kind of keeping him in line. You didn't even address the issues. This guy's short the market.
Primary one, which you have not gained out in your negativity through these last many months, is this worry about central banks making a major policy error. And after what happened in the UK, the ante of that was upped in some people's minds, enough so that you had one of the last bulls standing, if you will, suggesting that now it may not work.
So let's go ahead and let's show you a different video of this gentleman here. And let me just go ahead and share this with you too. And this is a video of him talking about Jumia. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. First, let's go ahead and let's talk about him basically being introduced.
We are joined today by
Watch this here. Let me go ahead and show it to you.
Stephen Weiss. He is the managing partner at Short Hills Capital Partners, an alternative asset manager. He is also one of the original members of CNBC's The Halftime Report, the most watched business show globally. So,
yeah, and the most market manipulated show ever.
Mr. Weiss, thanks for joining us today.
My pleasure. Happy to be here.
All right, so we want to dive into some questions on a stock, Jumia Technologies. So the first question I want to ask for you is, Jumia has been called the Amazon.com of Africa. Do you think that comparison is fair?
I do.
Yeah, he believes that comparison is fair. Okay. This was, by the way, December 4th, 2020. Whip out your cell phones, whip out another computer. I want you to go to we'll show it to you on here if you don't only have one device. Jumia, December 4th, 2020, right here, ladies and gentlemen, right here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to go to that date just in a little bit. Check this out.
All right. So in a recent presentation, one of the things that caught my eye from Jumia was they mentioned the potential spin out of Jumia Pay and Jumia Logistics businesses down the road. Do you see that as a positive? Is that a major catalyst that's not being priced into shares? Or should they keep those businesses, intact, kind of to grow across the continent?
Well, nothing's being priced into the shares over the last few days, except a crappy structure for the offering. And they may not even sell a share, down here. That's a travesty of it. The price is so low.
The price is so low. This was on December 4th. The price is so low. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to share with you this analysis here. And we're going to go ahead and share with you this screen here. So he said the price is low, and this was on December 4th. So let's go hover here and go to December 4th. If you go to December 4th, the price was trading at $31, literally over its intrinsic value if you were to calculate it during its time. And he said the price was low here. And then look what happened. He went on CNBC. I remember when it was literally trading at $40, $45. And also when it hit a high, it says $62. That's incorrect. It hit a high of $67 effing dollars. And this guy came on, was literally pumping it up on CNBC, made a 97% if he bought the shares. But guess what? He didn't buy the shares. He bought call options. And guess what? He bought Jumia all the way down here. Because what they did is Citron, which they know, collaborated on shorting the stock, and then they shorted the stock down to $3, and then he most likely sold with a 2,000% gain. This is the manipulation of the market, ladies and gentlemen, and it's literally right in front of your eyes. But you think the American people have time to look at this little dump right there of December 4th and then go ahead and see and literally follow the truth? And you know what's funny? Do you know what's funny? What's interesting here, guys, is that if you go to the old videos on CNBC, they remove them. They have a whole team that basically is a safe risk management team. Let's remove all the videos that make CNBC look bad. Okay, so now that we realize this guy is basically full of garbage, full of just complete trash, let's go ahead and let's stop the screen here, and let's go ahead and, I'm on a roll today. Let's go ahead and share this discussion right here. Okay, let's go ahead and I want you to listen to this. Okay, right here.
Nobody else talked about
right, but what's important when you're in that hedge fund mode is to not do anything remotely truthful.
Yeah, what's the most important when you're in a hedge fund role, going on CNBC and talking, is to do nothing truthful. Wow. Literally, it's more blatant than this.
Right, and nobody else talked about it.
Right, but what's important when you're in that hedge fund mode is to not do anything remotely truthful.
And then F you for lying to the American people.
Because the truth is so against your view,
right,
that it's important to create a new truth, to develop a fiction. And the fiction is developed by almost anybody who's down like 2% to up 6%.
Anywho, watch the video. We talked about it before. You can literally go ahead and my mouse cursor is here. You can see it. Put that in there. You can watch it later. We'll talk about it if you want me to talk about it again. No worries. Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's share this another screen here. And let's go here and let's go there. Okay, so this guy came on, Stephen West. As you can see, I've given you the logic of my mind of what I think makes sense. I mean, you see it. I mean, you have a brain and you see what I'm trying to say here. Right now, what they want is they want retail to capitulate. Now, some retail people, they capitulated. We have people that own particular Clover. Some of them are angry and some of them are depressed. My retirement money is lost. How can I repay for all my new stuff? I am an idiot, right? And then we have some people, I'm getting 100% out of this market. I can't afford. They want people to get here. They want people to capitulate. And guess what? Then they're going to basically go ahead and buy up the low. They literally have maximized this. They have studies, and hedge funds have studies. They know keyword analysis. They know exactly, to a nearest degree, statistical analysis of when the market is going to bottom. They have that. And what they will do is they will basically give you hope, optimism, belief. And guess what? Retail investors are going to go right here. Oh my God, this rally is real. I mean, let's go ahead and let's do an analysis. Pretend this is a stock at $1.50. Wink, wink. Then all of a sudden the stock here jumps to $8 and $10. Wow. Okay. Now retail investors start flooding in like a Black Friday sale. And then it goes to $10 to $20. Okay, what is that? 100% gain? Well, pat yourself on the back. Good job. But what happens about when the stock was $1? Imagine if you 20 divided by 1.5. That's a 13x, 1,000% plus gain, 13x your money. Okay, so it's giving you a quick example of the psychology of the market. No matter how freaking smart you are, you got to understand this. Okay, now this particular these scammers here, I like to call them, they like to go in and basically lie to the American people. And they're basically, this gentleman here is telling you not to buy the dip. Okay, well, let's go ahead and look at some data here, okay? So if you look at some data right now, this is the bull ratio, okay? Every time we are in an area when Americans are the most bullish, it's usually precedes a market drawdown in a recession, okay? Or some form of a market sell-off. Just look at the market peak here. When the market is at its peak, we were here. The bulls were everywhere. CNBC was pumping. People were saying it's a new paradigm. This is a new stock market. It's different this time. AMC, ape, everybody to the moon. Let's go. And even YouTubers were pumping, okay? Now we're at the lowest levels that we've honestly basically seen. But guess what? If you look at the small trader put / call premium, we're at the highest levels of puts that we've seen before. And let me tell you, guess what? When we were down here, we were seeing the lowest puts. Everyone, as I showed you, was doing calls, and essentially they were bulls. And then now we're at an extreme. What can you take away from this? Do opposite of what people think. When COVID was at its bottom here, we were literally at peak fear, and we were basically putting more, essentially, we're at basically peak fear. And now here we're basically at more puts. And what you can see here is you want to do opposite of what the market is. If people are doing puts here, you gotta get the hell. You got to realize that anything could change this market. Anything can change this market, and it can basically get back to a bull. So what is the goal? What the hell? I showed you so many videos right now in the past 16 minutes. What is my take-home message here? Well, listen, okay. First things first, we have a Black Friday coupon code sale down low in the link below here, $500 off. It is going to be ending, I believe, on Tuesday. So take advantage of this, or Monday or Tuesday. Take advantage of this because this is going to be the lowest sale we're ever going to have. Number two, the market right now, the best time to get in is when everyone is fearful. But the problem is, when do you get in? And that's what CNBC is there for. CNBC is there for to tell you when to get in, right? They're for you. They care about you. They don't give a crap about you. They want you to get in when they want to sell. And then they'll give you some piece of the bread, 20, 30, 40, 50% left from the price that you buy for, while they made millions of dollars. And then they'll let you trade it off between retail investors. Then they'll short the damn market and rinse and repeat and steal your money again that you worked hard for during a recession. Welcome to, God bless them, welcome to the new America. Or what new America? An America that's been around for so long. This is how the stock market works. How do you get in? You got to do an intrinsic value calculation. You got to extend the free cash flows 10 years into the future and discount at a 10, 15% discount rate using a 2 to 3% perpetuity model, dividing by the number of outstanding shares. Then you can basically calculate the value of a company and then go ahead and know when to get in and also know when to get out. And guess what? We teach that. Unfortunately, it's not mainstream because people want you poor. They want you to go 9 to 5. They want employees. You saw the Applebee's Twitter post when he was like, well, this is going to be great when gas prices go up. Now we can lower our prices and compete with mom and pop shops. And we're going to go ahead and be able to lower the prices of workers. It's good that they have to work 2 jobs. You see how people, these businesses salivate over the unfortunate? Welcome to Wall Street. But guess what? The goal of this channel is to provide adequate analysis and to give people a way out of this immense cycle of poverty that these venture capitalists and these extreme wealthy have generated in the 80s and 90s. To all the people in medicine that are physicians, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so that is my truth, and I'm going to step off. I'm going to chill out a little bit because it's Thanksgiving. But I saw this, it kind of bubbled me. I was like, I remember watching this guy pumping up the market, and now this guy's saying he doesn't like the market. Don't listen to these folks. These folks are liars. They don't want to help you. And they want to destroy, they want to destroy you. They want to take your money. Okay. It's very clear. Okay. Let's go and do some comments and then we'll be on our way. CNBC manipulation of investors. Absolutely. Yeah. Hell yeah. Of course. News channels are just paid to control the public. They are funded by big pockets. Absolutely. They want to control how you think. They don't want you to think for yourself. And it's very clear. You know, and the way the educational system is structured, they don't like you to ask questions. You know, when you're a kid, asking questions is great. Good. But then when you get older, shut up, fall in line, or you won't be able to eat and you'll be canceled. That's exactly where the world where we are going. Okay, investing in an African company is a terrible idea, no matter how great the fundamentals are. Well, first off, the company is not in Africa. Its headquarters is actually in Europe, and they have some Dubai influence, and then they basically have a logistics in Africa. Now, here's the thing. Do I think, could there be a potential in this company? Absolutely. Look at Mercado Libre in Southern America. The question is, with inflation going up and everything, the dollar bill is strong, and the problem is with Procter and Gamble and all the items that they do sell, Africans are going to end up buying non-name brand things. And the thing is, can they even purchase these types of things and pay the delivery fee? It gets hard, okay? But we have to look 10 to 20 years, and I think that this company was a little too early on. But it's in our book of opportunity, and we'll be continuing to look at it. But just be careful, because they try to pump these things before they're ready to be pumped from a fundamentals perspective. Never watch them. The clickbait titles alone made it obvious. Absolutely, absolutely. The country of the country of a stock is just as important as the fundamentals of the company. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm in cash at the end of the day every day. Yeah, so you're a trader. You trade, and personally for me, I have three ways. There's long-term accounts, there's obviously day trade, and there's swing trades. And I base it off of the data we get, our hedge fund analysis, and I use the platform that we created now because I wanted to create something that I use from 10 to 20 resources. Now, a lot of people that are in our mastering, they've realized that they canceled their subscriptions of all of these companies because they realized that everything can be found here. Okay, all right. Now, if Clove goes back to September 15 price, that's a 100% gain. Exactly. And what is that? $3? It's nothing. Okay. Hey, Al, I wonder if you can check out GBTC if my math is right. And you bought one. Yeah, no. So I'll what we can do here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a link in the Discord, and then you guys will be able to put the stocks that you guys want, and then we can go ahead and look at them there. So we can go ahead and do that. But just as a quick little reference here, we can go ahead and check out the company really quickly here. Let's go ahead and check this out. Give me a moment here. Pull up the financials. So I'm not able to see the financials. It's a blank. So it must be a new company. It looks like it's. So I'll take a look at it to see what this is. I'm not too fairly Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look-sees. But all right, guys, hope you enjoy this. Last but not least, understand that the Black Friday sale is going to be ending in the next coming days. It's $500 off. They'll be linked down below if you're interested. As always, it is a privilege and honor to help you guys, and we're going to be exposing out these CNBC people, and you'll be able to see how these people in suits, these hedge funds. It's very clear. I mean, Jim Cramer, the big mouth, admitted it. The goal of it to say nothing remotely truthful. So let's stop giving them business. Okay. Let's expose them for who they are. They're lying, beep, beeps. Okay. All right. Have a nice day. Happy Thanksgiving.